What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I was gonna do this for Christmas. I had this whole like thank you list, you know, for 2025. I think it's very important to make sure that, you know, even a small impact on your race program or just in general, just a thank you to those who, even though it might have seemed small to them, it was a big deal to you. So, I mean, something as small as like MWP Dave, right? I got my injector cleaner right here. It works. I clean my own injectors now instead of spending a lot of money on it. But where did I get the information for the actual stuff, the ingredients, if you will, to clean the injectors? It was him with Rowdy Built in the background. So it's just little stuff like that where I'm just gonna go down this list. I know it's gonna be long-winded, but and I'm gonna try to like have like their IG or website or something when I edit this video. That way you can go to their websites and maybe look around, order some stuff, or hit them up, you know, and ask them some questions. Well, don't ask them some questions because I don't want to be the reason why you ask them questions and bother them. But everybody that I'm about to name, they're more than willing to help you if you need it. So without further ado, let's go. My comprehensive list. This involves, again, several vendors and or people that either gave me motivation or basically like that push that I needed to keep going. Now, as you all know, I've been working on all of these bikes with some assistance from Lee Tomlinson, because he's the primary builder. And these things aren't up yet, but hopefully they'll be ready by at some point in 2026 and I can enjoy my life racing and having fun. So without further ado, first person I want to thank is Lee Tomlinson. So as everybody knows, I always talk about him in my videos, and he has been my primary builder for years. And I'm gonna be honest, I do ask for some things that it's a little, I wouldn't necessarily say outrageous, but it is quite different. I mean, and these builds that I have going on are not like your run-of-the-mill type build. So for me and my size, it probably would have been a whole lot easier. It would have been done already, probably, if I did not do all of this massive stuff that I want. Now, along the way, I got a motor built by another person, builder, and it didn't work itself out. Lee caught it. He saved my crank and my rods, among some other things, and it wasn't catastrophic. So, and not only that, it's just years of knowledge and understanding of bikes. You know, he's been doing some things, BMW, my BMWs, my Busas, you know, tuning. Now I'm on standalone now. Well, planning to do standalone stuff, which will be Holley EFI, and he's a Holley EFI guru. So no matter how outrageous I ask for things, right, like he somehow makes it happen. And even though I get irritated at the fact that like these things aren't up, you know, these are not run-of-the-mill things. So it's impossible for me to think that these massive things would be done in a couple of weeks, you know? So even though I get frustrated, and he's very, very patient, even though I'm frustrated a lot of times, like I really appreciate that. Now, I will say this, everything that I say is not in any particular order. It might sound like a rant, but I do feel like these people and vendors, I do owe them a special thanks, you know? Boost by Smith, Greg, oh man. So Greg, if you don't know, he makes a lot of the Max ECU stuff, plug and play. I mean, he's been doing it for years. I think he told me he's sold over like 250 sets of Max ECU adapter, plug and play, whatever, for the Gixxer 1000 and the Busa. And I'm gonna be honest, like it's he's been trying to get me on the Max ECU train. But I'm not mentioning him because of that. I'm mentioning him because, you know, I was going through it with this thing behind me, and he took his time out to make me the ECU editor flashing software, even though it's not even a thing anymore, just so I could drop some weight off of this bike and have a better software to do what I want to do. Like, it was applicable to what I got going on behind me. So I really do appreciate him, because no matter what time I hit him up randomly, like, he responds fairly quickly, and he helps me out. So next will be Kamikaze. So most of you don't know, and I think a lot of people feel like, you know, Street Cartel, he has a good relationship with them. And a lot of people don't know that I've had a relationship with Kamikaze, like, it dates back years. As a matter of fact, what most people don't know is I'm the one who turned Cartel to them, you know, through the podcast and everything else. So I want to thank Rashid, because, you know, some time ago, he's the primary guy I deal with. You know, I say his name all the time. If you watch my previous videos, you see I just got an H2 tank, and then I got one of his Gen 3 tanks for the Busa. It's my turbo build. And no matter, it seems like no matter what time, same thing. Like, if I have a question, if there's an issue with something going on with a customer, he does what he can to fix the issue, you know? So although, you know, there are some parts and stuff that people have problems with, you know, if you give them a chance to fix it, like, and they have some good products, you give them a chance to fix it, like, it'll be good. Like, Rashid is a good dude, at least my interactions with him. Motor Fix, we had Abdullah and Umar. It seemed like I kind of pushed Motor Fix a little bit more, just because I almost kind of let, like, Cartel deal with the Kamikaze stuff, even though I kind of still dealt with them offline. And then I was trying to push Motor Fix just because I like their products as well. Both Abdullah and Umar now, like, they are amazing guys. No matter what, same thing, no matter what kind of questions I have. I mean, they're dealing with the tariff stuff, and it's kind of hard, the shipping's kind of expensive, but I would say, like, they have some high quality stuff, just like Kamikaze as well. So hopefully we can get through this tariff stuff and everything will go back to normal, and we can get some decent parts. Carpenter Racing. So Eric, and I'm not hating on Bob, you know, Bob is Bob, but Eric is the person that I probably spend the most time talking to. And I can seriously say, between Carpenter Racing and Rob Bush, which I'll get to Rob Bush Motorsports next, when my motor blew up, or when Lee caught the motor before it totally blew up, I was in need of some parts, and you talking probably about $3,000 to $5,000 worth of replacing parts. And Carpenter, I mean, like, drop of the dime, like, everything that I needed. And if they did not have it in stock, then they pointed me in the direction of where they believe I can get the parts from, like that, so I can get back up and running. Now, granted, it's not running right now, but I gotta give Carpenter Racing props. And I know they want me to, you know, to turn a motor into them and do some stuff, and maybe one day I will, you know, maybe one day I will. Quality guys to build motors. I believe Soup H2, he got his 1640 done by them. Well, actually, there's several guys that have Busas or builds in general from Carpenter Racing. And I've known of Carpenter Racing and had a relationship with them for years as well, just not as much as within the last year. So gotta give props to Carpenter, like, they got me up fast as hell. Rob Bush Motorsports, I gotta give a shout out to Mike, Ruth, and of course Rob, but primarily Mike and Ruth. Like, those two, especially Mike, like, every time I call, if I need anything that they have, and if it's on the shelf, they not only work with me on some of the pricing and stuff, but, like, They legitimately get it to me as fast as possible and as cheap as possible. So I gotta give Rob Bush Motorsports props. Ruth, I met her, I've spoken to her in the past, but I had a really, really good conversation with her on today. And I had to order some stuff because my ECU editor nitrous stuff that I wanted to do didn't work out. So I'm probably, I got to get another nitrous controller. But, and I got my list, so I'm just going down the list. I know it's going to seem long and drawn out, but I'm trying to get through it. Okay, so I got Lee Tomlinson here. I can't say enough about Lee. Like, again, Lee has been my builder, mentor, whatever for years. And he's even fixed other people's discrepancies. I'm pretty sure I'm probably paying his mortgage or paying for his nice Corvette. I'm doing something because I'm probably spending a lot of money, but he's a good dude, good builder, well known in the community. Well, drag community, not the road race community, but the drag race community. And it's well worth it. So that's a special thanks to him. RCC Turbos, Richard. So when I went through my turbo build, between Richard and Monster Turbos, like I have this massive thing, and I know it's not, y'all have seen like videos of like the roller and everything, the motors in the chassis, but it's not up yet. And I totally get it. But that is next in the chute behind my other bike, the NA bike that we're still kind of working on. So shout out to Richard because, again, no matter what questions, even if I'm looking at a turbo or something that's not even from him, he'll still answer the question and say basically like what's best. What does he think is best for my application? So got to give props to Richard too. I got Carbon Inu and Carbon Easy on here. I've gotten parts from them. They have websites and stuff, but you really can catch them on like Facebook and IG. I just got to give them thanks just because, a lot of times, with the S1000 stuff or boosted stuff, sometimes you want to be different from everybody else. So you kind of got to travel outside of the norm to get this stuff. And I'll tell you, like, I have some parts from them and y'all see it eventually. Envied Racing, Kenneth. So me and Kenneth have been friends, homies for like some years now. And most recently I went to Las Vegas and I think I built like some type of like a really, really tight like bond or relationship with him. No diddy, right? Just because, the dude is knowledgeable, especially when it comes, dude's tuning. He has access to a dyno, works at a shop. He builds his own motors. Like, dude is damn near a one-stop shop for every. And you know what's funny? He taught himself how to do it. As a matter of fact, he's on me about snatching one of my motors apart and then building a motor. I probably could build a motor. I've done like smaller things, but like not anything 4 cylinders. So a lot of times when I need some form of advice, or something's going on in the community, the podcast, whatever, he always supports the hustle. So I had to sit there, and especially in 2025, like I had to give him props. Like I speak to him at some points in a week, damn near every day, so, but he's Envied Racing, right? So I'm not talking about him per se, I'm talking about him and his business, if you want to call it that. So if you need a good flash, tune, or just advice, CBR 1000s, especially H2s, like boost, whatever, like dude probably can help you out. He's somewhat of an asshole sometimes, but he got you. Just hit him up on IG or Facebook or however you can get in touch with him, and he got you. Harvo Performance, that was the guy that taught me dyno tuning up in New Jersey. A lot of information, good dude too. So I had to include him because anytime I run into an issue somewhere, somehow, he has some good advice for me too. And he's like, again, he's like a Busa guy, just like I'm a Busa guy. So I gotta give props to him as well. Ricardo at Motorcycle Mall. So I just met Ricardo. I think a lot of you know Ricardo, like he's a badass tuner, very smart guy. He also makes parts and stuff too, which hopefully in 2026, I'll be able to kind of, get some of those things and make some videos about it. But he is working on something for me. I met him and I didn't know we had a mutual friend, which was Kenneth or MV Racing. And I mean, that guy, for what he's working on for me, he's a beast. And I cannot thank him enough for what he's trying to do, because if everything works out like it should, then 2026 I'll be moving forward in a very, very big way. So why did I say Barry? Maybe too much coffee, I don't know. Okay, Ray at Extreme Motorsports, he's here in Tennessee, machine shop. Everything from spacers to motor builds to you name it, like head work. Like Ray has been like, and I know I bother him. He's an older guy. Sometimes I try to put the camera in his face, but he doesn't really tolerate that. But I had to give thanks to him, because this year, between the different setups for the different bikes, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see him a couple of times in 2026, because there's some custom things that I want done for my turbo bike as well. Like, a hell of a guy, machine shop. So, Evil Swing Arms, Miss Brenda and Mr. Tony. I can tell you, I've had a long-standing relationship with them. They built the very first H2 swing arm for my H2, which was based upon a ZX10. I asked them this, took my bike down there to them, and then the rest is history. Like, I don't know how many arms they've sold, but I can tell you personally, whether it be for customers or myself, it could be 11, 12 o'clock at night. If they are awake and I need something, it's in the mail. No questions asked. So I really, really, really got to give a special thanks to them, because they're definitely like, they're awesome. And good people too. Good people. So thank you, Brenda and Tony. Got to give props, Vortex Racing. They were on my podcast, but there's a certain couple of guys, primarily Caleb. Oh my God, bro. I bother that guy damn near every day. Now, a lot of people don't know a lot of these vendors, I'm dealers for them. I don't really advertise that. I probably should. But no matter what I need, what I got going on, if the wrong part is ordered, customers have issues, he is on it. And I gotta give him a special thanks as well. He probably won't even see this, but Caleb, if you do see this, thank you. All right. Got to give props to Nashville Motos. So y'all see Nashville Motos, and they always, in my videos, and they always got some nice bike, probably a Ducati that I want that I can't afford. But special thanks to Jeff, Chandler, Daniel, he's one of the techs in the back, and then Natalie. All of them are so, they're so extremely helpful and patient with what I got. As a matter of fact, I got a BMW there right now because it had ECU issues. It's been there for a while. And they're still patient enough trying to work through what's going on with the bike. And it's not their fault. But among some other things, and then the track days they throw, the Christmas parties, the events, it's just everything surrounding Nashville Motos. One day, I will be able to afford a Ducati. I just can't do it right now, too many projects and everything. But I would definitely like to bring that to the channel. Okay, so now I'm gonna move in, and I know this is kind of a lengthy video, but I'm gonna move into my thanks. So one, all subscribers that I gained in 2025, and just in general, thank you for supporting the channel. Obviously, I'm still pushing, so to move forward with the channel and the whole YouTube thing. I like to thank these couple of people too. So I gotta thank my wife, because obviously support, whether it be emotionally or financially or whatever, what have you, she's extremely supportive with my dumbass ideas when it comes to these bikes. I don't think anybody understands how much money goes into these bikes, or build in general. So yeah, so thank you, Melanie. I gotta give a shout out to the DMV too. So we got Cy, Cam, Mike, Super H2. I'm giving them props for a different reason, because most recently they became one of the major motivational factors of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So not super so much, but now he's kind of wrapped into them, so to a certain extent. But me and Super are cool. We're all cool. It's just that they are motivating me through some inspirational shit talking to move forward with my builds, and hopefully they'll get up soon because I want to sit beside them. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Donnell the midget. So Donnell is the guy that bought the blue turbo bike. It's in one of my videos. Massive turbo bike, very fast. I've ridden it. So he is a guy, I talk to him. If it ain't Kenneth, then I'm probably talking to him. I talk to that dude damn near every day. And he's always pushing. Even if I'm too lazy to want to do something like, let's say, have nitrous on this bike. He's like, no, because people are playing with your name and you need to put a stamp on it. And not only that, whether it be business advice, bike advice, you name it, like, he's always there. So on some no Diddy stuff, I appreciate that from him. Antoine Odom, you don't know of him, but I really appreciate him as well. And my race chat, because my race chat, they don't pay me much attention, but they are very supportive. Jay Poindexter Frost, like, he's the one who's always trying to talk me out of, got a badass ZX10, by the way, but he's always trying to talk me out of stuff, and I just kind of sort of, you know, I go against the grain, but either way, he supports. And then my other homie Moosey, and then Manny, Will Heat, R1 Illis, like some of the guys that I've met, you know, in person versus like talking to them on Facebook, like, or Instagram. I just got to give a shout out to everybody. And I probably missed a couple of people. There's so many people that I've met this year, which is awesome, you know? And last but not least, I got SK, y'all know him as Street Cartel. We're still cool. You know, a lot of people ask like, hey, I see him doing this stuff over here and you're doing kind of stuff over here. Well, I've kind of taken some time to kind of like just focus on getting my bikes up, you know? But I gotta give him thanks too, just because like, you know, it was at one point where we did talk a lot and he was always, again, like he was supportive too with all of these crazy ass ideas and stuff that I had. So, yeah, so anyways, I thank you all for watching this long ass video. I'm pretty sure I probably forgot someone, but I didn't want this video to be too long, but happy holidays. Again, happy new year, and follow the channel, follow the builds, because if I think what's supposed to happen, especially with me spending some money today to get some more stuff in, 2026 should be badass for my race program. So, we'll see. Thanks for watching. Peace.